For many veterans, a new battle begins on the home front. They have to physically heal, readjust to their family lives, and get civilian jobs. And on top of all that, 3 veterans told me they've had to battle the Veterans Administration for the benefits and medical care they earned on the front lines. 3 brave men on a mission to serve their country at war. But they didn't expect the battle to continue when they returned home.
She was still alive, and I wasn't a hero, you know, and I remember opening up my kit, and you know, I wasn't like, I am terrified of blood. I get, you know.
Retired Army Specialist Matt McDonald is still haunted by the memory of holding a dying comrade's hand and the flash of a suicide bomb exploding right in front of his Humvee, causing his traumatic brain injury.
But I remember looking down and mine was just mangled and covered in blood.
For Tim Kingston, the smallest movements have become colossal for this once robust paratrooper.
Do you want to skip the toe?
No, we can do it. I'll do it.
6 weeks ago, Tim was discharged from the Veterans Affairs Hospital in Newington after complaining that he couldn't feel his lower body.
They were on the phone with neurology at West Haven VA, who relayed to them that his case was not emergent because he was not defecating or urinating himself.
Tim was seen by a West Haven VA surgeon who told him surgery was not an immediate option.
He had a huge bulging disc that was pinching off his nerves.
A week later, he sought the opinion of a civilian doctor who operated the next day in order to prevent him from being paralyzed.
I don't remember the explosion at all, and I remember events after that leading up to my medevac.
Sergeant Micah Willintaconis was in a medically induced coma after being peppered by shrapnel from a suicide bomber.
The fragments went through my vest, into my abdomen, into my shoulder, and into my left arm.
Now these men say the fight continues with the Veterans Administration.
I have been told by the neuropsychiatrist I definitely have a TBI. But now on the claim side, I have to prove to the claim side, it's funny, that I have a TBI.
Had we waited until maybe even 2 weeks, definitely until December, Tim would not be walking.
The VA is either trying to lessen the amount which I should be compensated for, or they are completely ignoring it and saying it's not service-connected.
Unconscionable and unacceptable.
That's how Senator Richard Blumenthal describes the dysfunction in the VA system, especially when it comes to the distribution of disability benefits.
What is necessary is tighter deadlines imposed on the processing, use of paperless records. In many offices of the VA, there are still mounds of paper.
Feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's from a year.
There's CDs, there's all that. Hold on.
And a link between Department of Defense records and VA records.
There is no question that some of the VA officials need to be held accountable, and that means perhaps being given the door.
Now, we reached out to the VA's benefits division in Connecticut and never got a return call. As for Tim Kingston's case, we were told that if a case is deemed an emergency, the patient can be sent to another hospital for a procedure. And in light of these issues and many others, Senator Blumenthal and Congressman John Larson are both working on legislation to fix the dysfunction in the VA system.